Hi, my name is Colleen Ivancic, and I will be your instructor for financial accounting. So welcome to Business 131. I'm looking forward to working with you this summer. And I just wanted to send out this video to kind of just walk you around the layout of the class. We're taking this class in the 8-week condensed format, so each week is going to be pretty packed with information and tasks. And so I really need you to kind of get a crash course of the layout because we need to get going and start working on content right away. We're going to be covering 12 chapters over these 8 weeks. So this first week, week 1, we've got 2 chapters, the introductory chapters, but there's a lot of new terminology and so forth. So as soon as you can, get in and look at the layout of the class so that you can dive right in to the material. And so when you come to our page, you will see the course announcements. I do email the course announcements to you as well. If you have any issues accessing your email, you should contact ITR right away, and they will help you get in. It usually just takes a matter of minutes when a student needs assistance getting into their email. I have also populated the calendar so you can see the due dates. The due dates are in several places in the course. There's really not difficult to know when things are due. And so if you come to the content tab, this is where you're going to be spending a majority of your time. And so the very first thing we have here is our calendar. And so if we click on this, again, this is where you'll see all of your due dates. So you can kind of look ahead and see such as where exams are and so forth. But that's another place for you to get your due dates. What you're going to want to do the first day that you log in, so Tuesday for sure, log in and go to your Getting Started tab. And so what you want to do is just click and read all of the information here. So here's all of the tasks that you need to do, and you should just read each page and then click to the next. So here you can see the syllabus. Again, very important to read. If you don't like reading, an online class probably isn't a good idea because you are going to be required to read since we're not going to be meeting in class for me to tell you the material. So there's the syllabus that you need to read. Click on through information about the textbook. I did already send you that in an email. Again, information, support services, keys to success in the class. So click all the way through everything here on the Getting Started tab and just read all of it, okay? And so this I think is also very helpful on the Getting Started tab is advice from former Business 131 students who took the course online. So I think that kind of will give you kind of the mindset of what to expect. It's one thing when I tell you, I think it's very helpful when your peers tell you about the class. And then you're going to be introducing yourself. I think you're probably familiar with that if you've taken an online class before. Academic honesty obviously is important. Student resources, again, this is kind of, again, it's in a few places. It's also on the syllabus, all the resources. Here's some information about Myaccountinglab. So we're going to be using Myaccountinglab. You can get 2 weeks free access to Myaccountinglab. So even if you're trying to get together the funds, there's no reason why you can't meet the week 1 deadlines. But if you're trying to get together funds, you should have something in place to have the money available at the end of week 2, because again, this is only an 8-week class. And so you're going to be entering Myaccountinglab from the course homepage. I have the instructions here, but if you go to the course homepage and scroll all the way down to the bottom, this green Pearson logo is what you're going to click on, and that's going to bring you to where you need to register for the course. So if you buy the book and the access code in the bookstore, it's going to give you instructions for you to access Myaccountinglab from the Pearson website, And you can't do that for this class. You need to go in, you're going to access it through this green logo. You're going to put in registration information. You'll just click anywhere right away, and then you can start following the directions to register. There will be a place where you could click for temporary access, and so that's fine, so you can get started right away. On that same screen, there'll be a place to enter your access code if you do happen to have it right away. But get in right away and start working on your Myaccountinglab, and then figure out how you're going to pay for the access within 2 weeks. So again, back to the content tab. After the Myaccountinglab, there's some information about Excel. One of the requirements of the class is to work in Excel. That's why this is a 4 credit hour class instead of a 3 credit hour class. It's because we do have some Excel assignments. The water cooler forum. So this is a discussion forum that I have for just general course questions. And so if you have a question just maybe about navigating the course or a general type question, you can post it to the water cooler forum, because then maybe one of your classmates who's logging in before I get a chance to log in, they'll be able to answer your question. And so that's helpful. It's also helpful to me because then everybody has that same information. So if it's something specific about your grade, let's say, that should be emailed to me. But if it's just a general course question, it's really good to use this water cooler forum. It helps everybody out, including me. And then there'll be a tab each week for the week's content. And so you need to be reading this content page every week. So here's the first week, week 1. And then here we're covering, these are the 2 chapters that we're going to be covering. You need to click on the week overview. And this is where all of the information is. So I kind of give you an introduction to what we're going to be doing during the week. I tell you the learning objectives that we're going to cover. And then I have the tasks. And you'll notice some of the tasks are read and study, and then some of the tasks are complete. A lot of students, they just go to the complete and try to just start working on problems right away. That's maybe you'll be able to get scores on Myaccountinglab just going there and using some of the tools in there, but you're probably not going to get the theory, and you may have trouble exam time if you don't do this first piece. The read and study piece is really important. Here you can see the 2 due dates, and then I have the week resources. So obviously the textbook is going to be a resource. I also have put together lecture notes. So you can click here. These are Word documents with lecture notes on the chapters. So a lot of my students like to print those up and then have them available as they're reading the textbook, and they make additional notes on them. And then I also have videos that I have recorded. Myaccountinglab also has videos, but these are videos that I've recorded. So I use, for most of these videos, I've used Jing software, and so that has a 5-minute maximum. So you can see each of these videos are 5 minutes. I know there's a lot of them. Again, it's because we're covering a 16-week semester in 8 weeks. But I highly recommend checking out the videos. Most of my students find them very helpful. And some of my students don't watch them, and then they tell me that they're lost in the class, and I say, hey, start watching the videos and then things get better. So I would recommend you try them right from the beginning. And then here's the rest of the information. The very first week we're going to have a discussion. So if you go, again, it's on the content page, right? So the week overview kind of has everything you need to know. I've got a couple of optional practice problems. The solution is there just because some students have asked to get some extra practice. And then here's the discussion. And so you'll be posting to the discussion group that you've been assigned to. And these discussions are really important. And you'll see when you look on the syllabus, it's 15% of your grade. That is one of the things that I pared down for the summer session. We're only going to do 4 discussions. There's 12 in the regular semester, so you get a little bit of break on that. But that means you can't miss any of the discussions because they're going to have a big impact on your grade. Okay. The other thing that I want to show you is if you go to the Assessment tab and if you go to quizzes, because each week we're going to have a Myaccountinglab assignment, and then for each chapter there's going to be a vocab assignment. And so it's listed under quizzes. So again, it was under assessment quizzes. This is where you'll see the actual quizzes. But these vocab assignments are listed on the quizzes tab, but they're not quizzes. These are assignments. So these are going to just be multiple choice. I'm sorry, not multiple choice. It's going to be a matching. You're going to be matching up terminology, because that's one thing about accounting is that we have a lot of terminology. So you'll go through and do this matching exercise. There'll be one for every chapter. Some students find them difficult. Usually it's because they don't have the book. I'm not sure how you can get through an online class without a book. And a lot of students are not able to do that. So anyway, if you have your book, as you're reading your book, you can be filling out your vocab assignment. I think it's pretty easy if you have the book. Some people get through it pretty quickly, get 50 out of 50 points. But this is where you'll find that would be here on the quizzes part. So I hope that gives you an idea of what to expect and how to navigate in the class. I'm always available to talk. We have video conferencing capability in D2L, so just let me know if that's something that you'd be interested in. So I look forward to you getting in the class and looking around, and it'll be great to learn financial accounting with you over the summer.